Distribution of overheads. In that there are two methods are there. First one is primary distribution and second one secondary distribution. So in this video we are going to see secondary distribution. Before that, let me explain what is the basic concept of distribution of overheads. So distribution of overheads means generally in an organization will have a different departments. So all the departments are classified into two categories. First one is production departments and the another one is service departments. Okay, so after incurring all the expenses, organization need to find actual expense incurred for each and every department separately. So in that we have primary distribution. So primary distribution means here we'll have a production department and service department. No. So all the expenses incurred for each and every department, either wholly or based on certain basis, the expenses will be apportioned or distributed among various production and service department directly. This is called as primary distribution. This we have already discussed in the separate video. So now let us see secondary distribution. Secondary distribution means after completing the primary distribution of overhead expense, the next step in this regard is redistribution of service department cost among the different production department. So this process is known as secondary distribution or reapportionment. In the secondary distribution or reapportionment, it has 5 different methods. The first one is direct redistribution and second one step method and third one reciprocal service method. In that reciprocal service method, again we have 3 methods: repeated distribution method, simultaneous equation method, and the last one is trial and error method. We will see the each and every methods with the help of a separate problems. See the problem for first method, direct redistribution. Direct redistribution means under this method the cost of service department is apportioned directly to the production department, only ignoring the service rendered by one service department to other service department. Here, the entire service department cost is directly apportioned to production department based on certain basis. Now I am going to explain clearly. Look at this problem. Big Company Limited has 3 production departments and 4 service departments. The expenses for these departments as per primary distribution summary were 3 production departments A, B and C, 60,000, 52,000 and 48,000. And then service departments are stores, timekeeping and accounts, power and canteen. These are the 4 different departments which comes under service department. So cost are given. Total cost, both production department cost and service department cost, total 1,79,200. Now look at the basis. The following information also available in respect of the production department. So 3 production departments are there, no? A, B and C. Horsepower of machine is given for each and every department separately, 600, 600 and 400. And number of workers under A department 40, B 30 and C 30. And the last one, value of stores requisitioned 5,000 for A, 3,000 for B and 2,000 for C. So these are the some information which is related to production departments. So now we are going to allocate service department cost to production department based on certain basis. You have to choose appropriate basis for each and every service department cost. So look at the service department cost. First one, stores. So this can be apportioned based on value of stores required. For department A, 5. For department B, 3. For department C, 2. So 5 is to 3 is to 2. This is the basis for apportionment of stores to production department. Then second one, timekeeping and accounts. So this will be apportioned based on number of workers. For A, 40. For B, 30. For C, 30. No. So 4 is to 3 is to 3. The next one, power. 3,200. This will be apportioned based on horsepower of machine. 6 is to 4. And the last one, canteen. This will be apportioned based on number of workers 4 is to 3 is to 3. So you have to select appropriate basis for each and every item which is given in the service department. So now let us see the calculation. So according to this method, this is the format. Secondary distribution summary, cost column, basis of apportionment, total cost and 3 production departments. First start with production department cost as per the primary distribution. As per primary distribution which is given in the problem. See, as per the primary distribution, for A 60,000, for B 52,000, for C 48,000, total 1,60,000. No. As per primary distribution, total 1,60,000. For A 60,000, for B 52,000, for C 48,000. You have to start with production department cost as per primary distribution. Now you have to list out all service department cost and enter the total amount under total column, and here you have to write the basis of apportionment. On what basis you are going to apportion each and every service department cost to production department, that you have to write in this column. Stores 8,000, timekeeping and account 6,000, power 3,200, canteen 2,000. Now you have to write the basis of apportionment for each and every item separately. For stores, you have to take value of stores required. That is for A 5, for B 3, for C 2. 5 is to 3 is to 2. 5 is to 3 is to 2. Total 10. So divided by 10. Now just divide 8,000 based on this ratio. 8,000 into 5 by 10, 8,000 into 3 by 10, 8,000 into 2 by 10. For timekeeping and accounts, the basis is number of workers. 4 is to 3 is to 3 divided by 10. For power, horsepower of machine, 6 is to 4 divided by 16. For canteen, the same thing, number of workers, 4 is to 3 is to 3. Now, divide 8,000 based on the basis of apportionment. So, for the department A, 8,000 into 5 by 10. For department B, 8,000 into 3 by 10. For department C, 8,000 into 2 by 10. For timekeeping and accounts, for department A, 6,000 into 4 by 10. For department B, 6,000 into 3 by 10. For department C, 6,000 into 3 by 10. Next one, for power, 3,200 into 6 by 16 for A, and for B, 3,200 into 6 by 16. For C, 3,200 into 4 by 16. And the last one for canteen, department A, 2,000 into 4 by 10. Department B, 2,000 into 3 by 10. For department C, 2,000 into 3 by 10. 800, 600 and 600. After entering everything, now you have to find the total for each and every department separately and find the total column also. For department A, total amount 68,400. For B, 58,000. For C, 52,800. Now get the total. A, B, C, total amount 1,79,200. Just cross check the total. 1,60,000 plus 8,000 plus 6,000 plus 3,200 plus 2,000. Total 1,79,200. This is the way to prepare secondary distribution as per direct redistribution method. Now let us see the second method, that is step method. Under step method, the cost of the most serviceable departments is first apportioned to other production department as well as the service departments. So therefore, the first step is we need to sequence of apportionment must be chosen. So we need to find the sequence of apportionment. The second step is after apportioning the first service department, the next service department is taken up. Thus, the service departments are apportioned off one after another. This is the second step. And the third one is the department to which apportioning has been done is not charged again. Hence, the cost of the last service department is apportioned to only production department. So, these are the three simple steps. First thing, we need to sequence of apportionment must be chosen. You have to select the sequence of apportionment. And second one, the most serviceable department cost is transferred to or apportioned to other department, which includes service departments as well as production departments. And the next step, the second sequence will be taken up. Okay, so the thing which already taken will not take again. Okay, in the same way we can follow step by step. And finally, the last service department cost will be transferred to only production department. Let us see with an example. Look at the problem. The manufacturing company has two production departments, X and Y, and three service departments, that is timekeeping, stores and maintenance. The departmental distribution summary showed the following expenses for January. For the production department X and Y, 60,000 and 52,000. For the service departments, for stores 8,000, for timekeeping and accounts 6,000, maintenance 9,000. Other information relating to these departments were, here we have two production departments X and Y and three service departments, stores, timekeeping and maintenance. Here some proportions are given. First one, number of employees. In X department 20 employees, Y 15 employees, in stores department 10 employees, in timekeeping departments 8 employees, in maintenance department 5 employees are there. Number of store requisition for X 24, for Y 20 and for maintenance 6. So there will be no proportion for stores and timekeeping. And the last one, machine hours, which is given only for production departments. That is for X 1500, for Y 1200. With this information, they ask you to apportion the cost of service departments to production department X and Y. So here we are going to prepare secondary distribution summary. That is, we are going to allocate the service department cost to production department according to step method. So first step is the sequence of apportionment must be chosen. Here we have three service departments, stores, timekeeping and maintenance. Now look at the apportionment. The first one is number of employees. So for number of employees, we have apportionment for all the 5 departments. So this basis is applicable to timekeeping and accounts. The first sequence is timekeeping and accounts. Okay, then second one, number of stores requisition. Okay, here we have 3 proportions for production department X and Y, and for service department only maintenance department has some proportion. So this is applicable to stores. So the second sequence will be stores. Okay, the last one, machine hour. So machine hour is given only for production department. So this machine hour is applicable for maintenance. So this will be the third sequence. According to the information given in the problem, you need to find the sequence. So the first one, timekeeping and account. For that we have divisions. We have the proportion for all the departments. And second one is stores. For that we have 2 production department proportion and 1 service department proportion, and this will be the second sequence. And the last one is maintenance. This is applicable for only production department. This is called as step-by-step method. Okay, so now let us see the solution. So the first column for departments. First you need to write service departments and then production departments. In the service department we have selected some sequence. No, according to the sequence you have to write. Look at the problem. First sequence, timekeeping and accounts. How much? 6,000. 6,000. So in primary distribution summary, you have to write the total cost according to the problem. Second sequence, stores 8,000. And the third one, maintenance. How much? 9,000. We have written all three service departments. Now you can add production departments also. Two production departments are there, no, X and Y. For X, how much? 60,000. For Y, 52,000. After writing the sequence of apportionment, the second step is you need to write basis of apportionment. So on what basis you are going to divide this amount to various departments. It's called basis of apportionment. Okay, the first department is timekeeping and accounts now. For that you have to take number of employees. Okay, look at the problem. Number of employees. For X 20, for Y 15, for stores 10, for timekeeping 8, for maintenance 5. You have to take only other department except timekeeping because we are going to redistribute timekeeping department's overheads to all other departments. So you have to take the proportion according to the sequence. So just look at the answer. First one, stores. For stores 10. The next one is maintenance. For maintenance, 5 employees. 5 is to next one, X department, and last one, Y department. Department X 20, department Y 15. 20 is to 15. Now get the total. 10 plus 5 plus 20 plus 15 is equal to 50. So divided by 50. This is the proportion to divide this particular department overheads. That is timekeeping and accounts department overheads. We are going to distribute to all other departments according to the ratio. And second one, stores. According to the sequence, second department is stores department. For stores departments, we are going to take number of stores requisition as basis. For that, for X 24, for Y 20, for maintenance 6. Number of store requisition. So this we are going to divide to which departments? Maintenance department and X department and Y department. For maintenance 6, for X 24, for Y 20. 6 is to 24 is to 20 divided by 50. 6 plus 24 plus 20, 50 divided by 50. According to the sequence, third one is maintenance. The basis of apportionment is machine hour. So this apportion is given for only production department, that is X and Y. For X 1500, for Y 1200. You can take 15 is to 12. Machine hour ratio is 15 is to 12. 15 plus 12 is equal to 27. So divided by 27. So these are the three proportions. So we are going to distribute three service department costs to all other departments including service and production department based on this ratio. Step 1. Take the timekeeping and accounts department overheads and distribute this amount to all other departments except the same department. Okay. This amount will be distributed both service departments as well as production department according to the basis of proportion. See, the first one is timekeeping and accounts department overheads will be transferred to all other departments based on this proportion. 10 is to 5 is to 20 is to 15. So for the first one, 6000 into 10 by 50, 1200. For next department, 6000 into 5 by 50, 600. For X, 6000 into 20 by 50, 2400. For the last one, 6000 into 15 divided by 50, 1800. Okay, step 1 is over. This entire 6,000 is distributed to all other departments. Now go to the next step. Now we have to allocate stores department total cost. So already according to primary distribution, stores department overhead is 8,000 no, plus 1,200. Total 9,200. This amount we need to redistribute to all other departments, that is 1 service department and 2 production departments according to the basis of apportionment. See the basis of apportionment for stores department. 6 is to 24 is to 20 divided by 50. 9,200 into 6 divided by 50. 1,104. For X, 9,200 into 24 divided by 50. 4,416. The last one, 9,200 into 20 divided by 50. 3,680. So, stores department total overheads redistributed to 1 service department and 2 production departments. Now go for the third one. The third one is maintenance. So maintenance total overhead is 10,704. That is 9,000 plus 600 plus 1,104 rupees. Total 10,704. This amount will be transferred to 2 production departments because we have only 2 departments. All departments are exhausted. Now we have only 2 production departments. So this will be transferred to X and Y according to the basis of apportionment. Basis of apportionment for maintenance, 15 is to 12. That is 15 divided by 27 and 12 divided by 27. 10,704 into 15 divided by 27. How much? 5,947. And the last one, 10,704 into 12 divided by 27. 4,757. So the entire amount is exhausted. Entire amount is redistributed to X and Y. See, in the step method, we have selected the sequence and then we have taken the first service department cost and the entire amount is redistributed to all other departments according to the basis of apportionment. And second sequence is stores department. Stores department total cost is apportioned to 1 service department and 2 production departments. And the last sequence is maintenance. So maintenance department's total overheads was transferred to 2 production departments X and Y. So now the entire service department cost was distributed to 2 production departments. Now get the total for X and Y. For X, 60,000 plus 2,400 plus 4,416 plus 5,947. Total 72,763. For Y, 52,000 plus 1,800 plus 3,680 plus 4,757. Total 62,237. Now get the total. For X and Y, total amount 1,35,000. For cross checking, you can find the total of primary distribution. 6,000 plus 8,000 plus 9,000 plus 60,000 plus 52,000. Total 1,35,000. This 1,35,000 which includes both service department overheads as well as production department overheads. But the entire amount is redistributed to only production departments. This is called as redistribution summary according to step method.